Hilarion would like me to share with all of us what I had intended from Lanello to share tomorrow evening, because you are all part of the greater staff of the Heart Center community. You hold up and support the work of the Ascended Masters, the sponsoring masters, and what we together are self-realizing through our work. And even though I share this today and afterwards more of Hilarion's comments, the staff will talk in our meeting tomorrow, for those who actually are on the official staff, of what Lanello would have us understand, and all, even if you don't work directly for the Central Heart Center, can also discuss on their own what Lanello would like us to know. The title of his address is Reassessing Our Lives, Our Purpose, and Our Work. Number one, he says, our life is our consciousness, the energy of God vouchsafed to us, the energy that we have been given and provided, including the time allotted for us to fulfill our purpose. This is our life. Two, our purpose is both to reach that state of divine equanimity of oneness with God and to creatively fulfill our mission, both personal and collective. Three, our work is the practical application of what we know, what we have studied, what we have learned, in order to fulfill our purpose. So we, Lanello asks, can reassess our lives, our purpose, and our work at this juncture of our lives, which is very important. In fact, Lanello says we can often do this once or twice a year to ensure that we are on spec, that we are on that apex of beingness where we are truly living our highest life to our fullest potential. Are we truly alive in the highest sense of the word? Is our aliveness expanding daily? Are we challenging ourselves to learn and grow more each day? And in this, are we honestly experiencing our life as being a part of God's being? Our life and being as being a part of God's eternal being. Do we set goals in order to use our consciousness, our energy, and our time wisely to fulfill our purpose? How well are we meeting our goals? Is procrastination a continuous issue for us? Have we assessed why we leave off of completing or even beginning what is most important or optimal for us, for our victory in fulfilling our life's calling and work? What do we feel within us is holding us back? Not outside of us. What do we feel within us is holding us back? Does our work ever become too mechanical, boring, or less than fulfilling and joyful? If so, why? Do we consciously infuse our work with loving joy? Do we seek to extend that loving joy to everyone, no matter what their positioning is in regards to us, even when we are not operating at our best or living in our highest divine order. Lanello recommends 4 exercises. List the books that we have read this year, 2018. Did these books assist you on your path, on your spiritual journey? And if so, how? Honestly assess our spiritual and physical health and our daily vitality. What do we do regularly to stay healthy, happy, and holy, to maintain balance and harmony in our lives? 3, how much time do we spend using social media, reading or watching news and news articles, etc.? Self-assess whether this activity is beneficial to our life, our purpose, and our work. If we feel that it's beneficial, is it really necessary and truly beneficial to our highest spiritual capacity? And 4, write down 3 points, things, or issues that we desire to work on, master, or complete by the end of this year. What do we feel that we will require in order to fulfill these? Could it be greater willpower, determination, or discipline? Greater constancy? Maybe a little bit more planning and architecting how we will bring forth these 3 points? A daily reminder, maybe even with some pleasant little personal rewards, when victorious, could, he says, assist us. We fulfill something that's part of these 3 points, and then we celebrate a little bit to pat ourselves on the back in an appropriate way, because sometimes we require that self-gratitude for what we have done by God's grace, right? With God. Other suggestions from Lanello. Update our treasure map, and if you have read I'm Rich Beyond My Wildest Dreams, the notebook that you are keeping with your alchemical desires, requests, and projects. 2, clean out your office, your home, garage, basement, attic, whatever, of unneeded items, clutter, and give away or sell what is excessive or not required any longer. 3, read a book by Ben Sasse titled The Vanishing American Adult. The Vanishing American Adult. And 4, read The Way of the Essenes, Christ's Hidden Life Remembered. So these are 4 other suggestions of Lanello for us. So I realize that you don't all have this in writing, and I intend that every one of you will receive by tomorrow at noon this document that I read from, although I did make, with Lanello and Hilarian's mindset, a few additions to what I had typed up last night. So today is 9/9/18. 9 plus 9 equals 18. An important day to consider this shift in Virgo, where we are in the physical sign of the emotional quadrant, preparing to enter at the autumn equinox in just about 12 days, the physical quadrant of the earth, where things will be precipitated more in the physical, because in these last 3 months we know that that transpires.